Hi everybody, I hope you had very nice holidays, vacation, time off, whatever you had, however you chose to spend it. I hope you had a nice time. Today I want to speak a little bit about New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, another celebration that Jehovah's Witnesses do not partake in. And this one might be one of those a little bit more tough to understand, like, why aren't Jehovah's Witnesses doing that? You're ringing in the new year. What's wrong with that? And I want to just talk a little bit about it and clarify some things and, also hear your comments and see what you guys have to say. So Jehovah's Witnesses do, in fact, not celebrate New Year's Eve or the ringing in of the new year. I think the broader aspect of it is that many things are considered to be pagan on New Year's, and it all originated with chasing the demons away for the new year, like the champagne glasses when you give a toast and the glasses clink together. That's supposed to chase the demons away. Just a lot of superstitious things and paganism. And it is the same thing that I talked about in the previous episode, that if you haven't heard it, please listen to the Christmas and Jehovah's Witness episode, because I really want to drive home this point that it is kind of hypocritical to say we won't participate in this because it's pagan, and yet Jehovah's Witnesses completely do other things that are pagan. Maybe they know, maybe they don't know, but they will explain it away if you bring attention to it. For example, many things at weddings are considered to be pagan. From the wedding rings to the veil, the bridesmaids, the cake, it is all rooted in paganism. But it is not viewed as such nowadays anymore. There's actually an article that is linked in the Christmas episode, the episode before this, about piñatas. And not to sound redundant, but it just basically said in the Awake magazine that if something is not viewed as such anymore, then is it okay for a Christian to celebrate it? And they basically kind of said, yeah, it should be fine because it's not viewed as a pagan custom anymore. So hence, Jehovah's Witnesses wear rings, have veils, have bridesmaids, have all those things, because it's not viewed as such anymore. And one could say the same thing about New Year's. Nobody thinks of chasing demons away when they give a toast at New Year's and clink glasses. And nobody thinks of chasing demons away when they participate in fireworks. Nobody thinks of those things. It does not matter anymore nowadays. And I really think, is it really so wrong to wish somebody a happy new year? It is. The time is changing. You're just being polite. Same as you're wishing people have a good day or have a nice weekend. I don't see the difference. I really think they love to make a big deal about things and stand out. I think the Watchtower Society kind of wants to test people's obedience with this. But I have to say, it's kind of similar like Thanksgiving, because even though the ones that are, deep studied or hardcore will not do New Year's, we all know plenty of J-dubs who totally do New Year's. So there's a hypocrisy here, because if I was a child watching this, and I would sit at the meeting and hear all these things and how we don't do it, and then I would see that certain witnesses are celebrating it, I would be kind of confused, because I would think, man, you guys say one thing from the stage, because the official stance is no, Jehovah's Witnesses don't do anything New Year's related. But the unofficial stance is that those that aren't as hardcore totally do it. I've been at an elder's house for dinner, and it's a day off, so I was over there, and they totally got out the champagne glasses at midnight and set a toast. And I was a little like, wow, okay. That's kind of weird to see an elder do this. I guess it just want to tell you guys a little story that happened to us on a New Year's Eve. We were staying with a bunch of witnesses at like a bed and breakfast type that belonged to this sweet, sweet older lady who was worldly. And shortly before midnight, this sweet older lady brought upstairs on these steep stairs a tray full of flutes, full of champagne. And she was so kind. She wanted to ring in the new year with us. And she was just so excited and sweet and a great hostess. And one of the sisters that was with us immediately shut it down. She said, no, we're Jehovah's Witnesses. We do not do that. And so she hushed the older lady away. And she wasn't gracious about it at all. As a matter of fact, I was a kid when this happened, and I thought, man, this is so incredibly rude. Like, this nice lady is just doing something to be kind, and you were so ungrateful and rude and harsh. You didn't have loving kindness. Like, it's kind of mind-blowing sometimes. So here we have this, like, haughtiness about us as witnesses, like, oh, we're so good because we do not bring in the new year. And we kind of forget the bigger picture that being kind is so much more important as a Christian or as a human being. And this poor older lady had to go down these incredibly steep stairs with a tray full of full flutes. And they didn't even help her get down the stairs. Like, nobody said, oh my gosh, we're so sorry. We'll bring this down for you. And as Jehovah's Witnesses are so concerned with their reputation and, they want to have a good name and good standing with worldly people. Yeah, well, we're ruining it ourselves by behaving like that. Because I wouldn't blame that lady if she thought these people are a bunch of psychos. Because that's exactly how it comes across. It was so cold and rude to act like that. So that was my little New Year's story where I thought witnesses being elite and acting like they're so awesome and actually being the biggest jerks towards someone who was just trying to do something nice, like a nice gesture. It is mind-boggling. And, at the end of the day, I always want to leave this little nugget with you guys. If you want to participate in New Year's celebrations and you're worried about God not finding favor with you, let me leave this with you. The Watchtower Society hides pedos and does not protect children at the end of the day. So what does God really not find favor with? I would really think an organization that supports the abuse of kiddos is 1,000,000 times more offending, horrible, and awful than whether you make a toast at New Year's or celebrate it in any shape or form. I really hope you guys don't have guilty consciences over something that I do not think God would care about. God would so much more care about that we're kind and that we don't harbor pedos or protect them. Like, when I was finding out about all this CSA stuff within the J-Dubs, I thought, get out of her, my people. And I really feel like that. So please celebrate with freedom if you chose to do so. And do not feel guilty. It is minute. So have a happy new year. I hope you can live freely. And I'm sending you guys lots of hugs. I hope we can get more people out of this awful organization and that they can also find freedom. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Happy New Year's.